That's bad.
All right, today our plan is to take this 6-liter and throw it in that abandoned Camaro and see if we can get it running. I still need to throw the pickup windage tray and oil pan on, which are all sitting over there. But this does have the CNC ported 706 heads. I ended up putting the Howard's cam back in it. It does have that possible fast intake. A lot of people were saying they didn't think it was a fast because the top didn't unbolt. Well, the lid does unbolt. You can take this thing off. Anyway, doesn't really matter. We're going to get this thing, get the oil pan and everything on it, load it in the back of the shop truck, and then take this over to my dad's and start stabbing it down in that Camaro, see if we can get that thing running. If you have no idea what car I'm talking about, in the last video we picked up a 4th gen Camaro that had a bunch of weird stuff done to it, including a built 5.3. It was a stock bottom end 5.3 with a cam, heads, and intake. Picked it up pretty cheap, and now we're starting to throw it back together. See if we can build a pretty fun little 11-12 second street car for ideally less than like $3,500. Paid $26 for it, and I've got 180 in tires and a bunch of leftover parts on the shelf. Add that up how you will. So like I said, I'm gonna get this thing thrown together, oil pan back on it, and then we'll run it over to my dad's shop. Got the motor over here to Dad's shop. Got it all ready to drop in the car. Have to go pick up an oil pressure sensor for it in the morning. Got the car pushed into the garage. And here you can see how the wheels look. Kind of want to get these sat on the car now, just see how they look. And we just got to start mating it together. Alright, got a little impatient. Test fitting the wheels now. Front seem to fit pretty darn good. Just inside that fender lip. We'll see how it looks when it's sitting down. Rears, M28 is going to fill that wheel well. That is nice tuck. Oh, that looks killer.
I just pushed down with my hand and I'm hitting there.
We can always roll them a little bit more.
Oh, they're metal.
Yeah.
Good.
I think we got to roll it ahead to get a good look at it. What?
Tire.
What?
Hard to roll.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we pushed it ahead earlier.
Yeah.
Man, that looks good as hell. Yeah, that looks so sick. motor's in here. Top end's all bolted on, coil packs are on. Obviously still have to do the front accessories and radiator and all that. Hey, we got lights. We did for a second. It's alive. Well, I can't really get into the car right now.
Oh, you gotta do the 310. Look at bright lights.
Yeah. I think they are supposed to be off. Alright, then we got that thing on. Just hand tight, doesn't need to be anything crazy. I gotta come up with something to block off that turbo drain and top it off with oil. And I think then we can try to crank this thing over. Let's go. Alright, if you guys think that I've lost my way, let me show you something and show you that I'm still the scumbag that I've always been. This block off is the cap for like a tube of sealant that you like press over it to reseal it up, pushed into the end of that, not all the way obviously, I'm not a maniac, but pushed into the end of that and then wrapped 3 different ways with electrical tape. So that is going to stop us from having any oil leaks. Perfect. Everything else looks pretty good enough under here. I'm gonna zip tie this up a little bit more so that it, probably zip tie it like that, give or take, just so it doesn't drag on the ground anymore. Topped off with oil. Any drips. Nope, we're dry. Cool, cool. Got the water pump on. I don't know what idiot thought it was a good idea to take the little elbow off of this, because gotta pull the coil off now to get the cap off. Genius. So gotta put that back on. So every little step getting a little bit closer. Might be able to at least crank this thing over and see if it's gonna cough before calling it a night. All right. Getting the radiator in so we can hook up the training lines. Alright, car's down, bunch of stuff's hooked up. See if it'll turn over with the key. Wouldn't be bad if the window was down.
That's what I was gonna do.
Oh,
Yeah, put the window down.
there you go.
Windows don't work.
Hell yeah. Well, crank's over at least. That's good. Glad the starter didn't make any weird noise too. Alright, a little bit closer. Come back tomorrow and fuck with it some more. But it is dang close.
Where's the fucking door locks work?
That could be why the button thing is out.
What's with all the blue lights?
Hard to tell. Wonder if this side works. I don't know. The joys of someone else's project. Alright, it is the next day. Got the car pushed outside. He had to work on a neighbor's truck real quick, put the transmission in it. So I'm over here, brought a, hopefully a line that'll work for the steam vent line. Probably gonna have to stretch this thing. Oh, there we go. There we go. And you're supposed to go over there, I believe. But yeah, I don't remember where we left off, to be honest. We got the radiator in. Got to find the lower mounts for that. And he said the radiator was leaking from somewhere. That doesn't look like it's going to fit at all. I have to really stretch this thing out. Jeez. Huh. But yeah. We should be good to try to fire this thing up. Again. But yeah, this thing. Dude, this car looks so good. Lighting's not really good for this camera, but in person it looks amazing. Look at that. That's great, dude. Wonder if the fuel gauge works, because it's saying full tank. There we go. Alive. Hell yeah, dude. Wow. NA stuff is so rowdy sounding. Oh, this thing's loud. What do we have smoking over here? Probably just some of the oil off the headers. Yeah, this thing sounds so sick, dude. Well, fortunately, we get to end this video on a high note. I said in the last video that hopefully in this one we could get it running, and that we did. It sounds amazing. That 6.0 seemed to rev, was real snappy. Wah, wah, wah. So I'm thrilled. We got a bunch of little stuff to take care of on it that hopefully doesn't take super long. The front accessories, got to get those figured out. I'm gonna have to drill a hole for the F-body alternator mount. Might just get a different one, to be honest. A bunch of little stuff like that. Figure out the windows, fix the driver's door handle, and then just start beating the hell out of this thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, clicking that bell to get notifications, liking. I'll see you next time.